Hi, my name is Nick Omiccioli. I'm a composer and electric guitarist. The music that I write is kind of more on the classical side, but the music that I play is more on the rock and metal side. And my whole interest is trying to take those two worlds and mash them up together. Yeah, I think so. I think people think it's kind of boring, but it has a lot of energy in it. You know, I think composers like Igor Stravinsky and that music, it just has so much energy inside of it. There's a lot of commonality, like the virtuosity required to do both is at a very high level. So you have to be, you know, an excellent musician in order to execute some of that music. You know, to practice technique, I work on a lot of like classical pieces, especially Bach, the sonatas for solo violin. They're excellent exercises to focus in on your technique and develop your chops. And they're pretty challenging, so it takes a while for them to kind of get under your fingers. Very challenging, very frustrating, but very rewarding as well. That can be said for both genres, yeah. When you practice, it's all just kind of notes on the page, really, and each of them has their own challenges. Metal music kind of originated from classical music. What's regarded as the first heavy metal album was by Black Sabbath, and the album was called Black Sabbath, and the first song on that track is called Black Sabbath. And the main riff off that song, Black Sabbath, was inspired by Gustav Holst's The Planets, Mars, the Bringer of War. There's a melody in there that uses this specific interval called the tritone. It's the definitive metal sort of sound. So that interval, so what I mean is just the distance between two notes. And that was a sound that many composers avoided for a very long time because it was quite dissonant and unstable. But then as composers became more interested in exploring different sounds, it started becoming used more and more frequently. I mean, everyone from Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, Stravinsky, Debussy, all use that interval. And metal musicians are really drawn to that. It's called the Diabolus in Musica, so the devil in music. Yeah, it's very sinister, it's very doom, it's dark and gloomy, yeah. And you find this interval like all the time, like even like Metallica uses it quite a bit. And you know, they're one of the most famous tracks, Enter Sandman. You hear that same interval just right here. So I'll play the riff now. And then in their kind of more faster, upbeat songs like Master of Puppets, they hear it all over, so you'll hear it kind of right down here. But there's misconceptions about metal music as well. You know, I just think it's all just aggression and energy and fast, but it can also be quite melodic too. can play it slowly, then you can play it slowly. Like, in order to play it fast, actually you have to practice it fast, but practice it in short bursts fast. You definitely need to be able to work yourself up to playing it faster as well. Keep an open mind, keep open ears about any music that you listen to, whether it's classical or it's metal or funk, jazz, R&B, country. Right? There's good stuff in everything.